So I'm in Blackfoot, Idaho, which is considered the third most dangerous city in the state of Idaho. And if you look at the stats on this city, it is not dangerous at all. According to the sign when you pull in, there's just over 12,000 people that live here. So it's not a huge city. And basically they don't really have any murders to speak of. Their assault rate is 310 per 100,000 people, which is probably why they're listed as the third most dangerous in the state. That's not a huge number, but it's not good either. I think Chicago's around 500. So if you're over 300, you're having a fair amount of assaults in your city. But for a city like this, that's about 40 assaults a year. So that doesn't sound like that many, but when your population isn't that big, it doesn't take much to skew your numbers and on a, per capita basis look really bad. It doesn't look like, when you're driving through, it just looks like a cute little town, which often a lot of these cities that are kind of bad are, I'm not even going to call this bad, but it is listed as the third most dangerous. So it warranted a drive-through. As far as cost of living goes, it's on every aspect better than the national average. Housing is 21% better, so it's 21% cheaper to let's keep going straight, to buy a house here than in other parts of the country. As far as schooling goes, about 42% of the students graduate proficient at reading and math. The state of Idaho is 47%, and the US average is 48%. So Idaho as a state is slightly worse than America is as a whole, and Blackfoot is even worse than that. Not by a lot, but it's worse than the national average, that's for sure. It looks just like any town you'd go to. There's nothing looks really anything different about it. Let's see, 84% of the people that live here completed the 8th grade, and 83.4% have a high school diploma. 22.4% have completed a bachelor's degree. So the 22.4% is just below 1/4 of the people that live here having a college degree. But there's nothing really too spectacular to look at. It's just a cute little town. Let's see what the let's go this way. Yeah, it's just a normal, regular, small town America type place. The population here is 82.6% white, 0.39% black, 0.89% Asian, and the rest is Hispanic. So it's mostly an all-white city with very few people of any other race. Which just goes to show that, and I'm only doing the drive-through because it's rated as the third most dangerous in the state. If you get in the right state, even the most dangerous city in that state isn't dangerous at all. This is not a place, third most dangerous, okay? That's what they're calling it. It is not a state or not a city that I would be afraid to live in. It is borderline one that if I was far enough outside the downtown area, I probably wouldn't even feel like I needed to lock my door. That's the kind of city this is, but it's considered the third most dangerous in the state of Idaho. And I imagine that's largely due to the assaults. And I imagine these assaults are mostly just bar fights, domestic violence, stuff like that. They have 40 incidents, so it's probably not you're getting, hit over the head just walking down the street kind of assaults like you'd see in a larger city. So it's a small town that's kind of, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere here. And even though it's the third most dangerous, it's probably a really safe place to live. If you like this kind of stuff, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one.